Why'd you do that? Why'd you want to stay here?
I love it here. I love Chiefs Kingdom. We built something special. Back in, whenever I came here. 4 years later, I just love it here. I love the teammates. My boy Chris Jones, one of my best friends. We got unfinished work. So I feel like last year we left off on a pretty sour taste, had a lot of high hopes, but didn't accomplish, our goals in that fact. Didn't win the AFC Championship, didn't make it back to the Super Bowl, but you know how we are. We got high standards here. We want to set the bar high and keep it there. And, like I said, we left on a sour note, man, and I wanted to come back and finish on a good note.
Was that at all a tough decision?
Not at all. I knew what I was going to do from day one. None's a tough decision when it comes to football with me, man.
So what are your expectations for yourself this season?
To be the best that I can be, best team that I can be. Help these young guys. We got some young guys in. I got George, who's a first-round guy who's got to be ready to play. So at the end of the day, everything, part of my, part of practice and part of the things I'm doing in practice is helping him understand the system faster. As a rookie, I know how tough it can be coming in when you got all these different things going on. You got people, your family, you got friends, they all on your back and stuff like that. And for a guy like George, he Big Ten guy, I'm a Michigan guy, so, we got that Big Ten bond. And, I just want to see him be successful. When he lines up outside on the other side of me, inside, wherever he lines up, I just want to see him be successful at the end of the day.
Frank, you got obviously late since January. What have you been doing? What have you been working out to lose the weight that you've lost?
Really, one of the main things is just I cut a lot of red meat out. I stopped drinking liquor. So, alcohol is a big factor, you know what I mean, and a lot of things as far as weight, that gut, a lot of things, times a lot of fat, it's all sugar. So at the end of the day, I stopped drinking liquor about right after the season, honestly. It was like February. I had got sick. I'd be having stomach problems and stuff, gastrointestinal problems. So I haven't had any since I stopped drinking liquor, and it kind of started making more sense, as I'm going on, I'm training, I feel my body is responding to me. I'm able to get up, I'm able to work out all times of day, all times of night, and so, that's really, it was a commitment I made.
In that, though? I mean, obviously, when you say you stopped drinking liquor, was you drinking heavy? I mean, was it drinking to the point where?
Nah, I was just drinking liquor to the point where, as a young kid coming into the league, it's normal coming out of college. I went to Michigan. I went to a big party school. I enjoyed it when I did. It was fun. After games, those times in between. But at some point you got to grow up. I got 3 kids. I got kids looking at me. Every day. I got a 6-year-old daughter. Who's looking at daddy. Looking at me to make the right decisions. I can't afford to be nowhere drunk, nowhere missing times, missing dates, missing anything that's important. And I got too many important events coming up in my life.
How much weight did you end up cutting, and how do you feel like it's helped you so much?
Well, last camp, I came into camp, I believe I was 262. And that was heavy. That was the heaviest I had been since really like my 3rd year in the league with Seattle. I hadn't been that heavy. I haven't played under 260. I was playing like at 255, 250 for, the latter half of my career. And, I just wanted to get back to that. I wanted to get back to feeling my feet. I feel like I wasn't feeling my feet as much last year. I wasn't as quick off the ball. I wasn't as explosive. And, it's obvious. You can watch the film and see I was way heavier. I had a gut. It was like I was looking sloppy out there, you know what I mean? And the type of guy I'm a professional. I understand how this goes. So at the end of the day, you got to come in a presentable fashion in everything that you do. And me as a professional, I feel like I need to change my body. I need to change my mental. And that's exactly what I did.
Frank, how hard was last year? When you really look and reflect on it, how hard was it?
It was hard as hell. When you're going through all the stuff I was going through, it's hard. It's life, but, I put that on myself. So at the end of the day, it's like, when you put that on yourself, you got to deal with it. You got to be a stand-up. I'm a stand-up guy. I don't run from nothing, everything that I've been through. Y'all know everything I've been through. Everything I've went through, I stand up to it. I stand up, face it as a man. You have to. That's the only way you grow from anything. That's the only way you can experience it. The only way I can tell my young dudes, the only way I can tell my kids, the only way I can tell my little brothers right from wrong is if I've been through it. I'm the top dog in my family. So everything everybody's been through, I've been through it harder than everybody. And I'm fine with that because I'm the example. When you're the example, you're going to go through everything first. So then everybody behind you, they follow suit and know not to do it. So.
Frank, as you talk about the stuff that you went through last year, where are you at with that, obviously, what's going on in California? And have you had any conversations with the NFL as it relates to personal conduct and what you may face?
Yeah, we're in a good place with everything right now. You know, everything's in the hands of my lawyers. I feel very confident in the case and everything. I've been doing a lot of things proactive in my community and stuff in Los Angeles and Kansas City. But you know, of course, obviously, it's a lot of things I can't speak about because the case isn't over. It's gonna be over sooner. You know what I mean? As you know, you got to tune in and stuff.
But
You know.
I guess my question is it being continued, or have you gone to court yet? Where are you at with that right now?
We're in a good place with it. Yeah, a good place.
Frank, you talked a minute ago about cutting out the alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
How many nights a week would you say you were drinking last year?
I wouldn't say it was nights a week. I don't really drink like that. It's just the fact that I drink. You know what I'm saying? You get to a Friday, you get to an off day or something like that, and you out at a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? You ordering shots, or you with your guys, you ordering shots. You go to the club in the summertime, off season. That's the biggest time. It's the off season. It's not really the season. You know, the season I've always been the avid. I'm always focused. I'm always cutting stuff out. You know, but it's the off season that's the most important time. You know, that's what guys don't really understand. That's when y'all don't see us every day. And we're not around coaches every day. We're not getting evaluated every day. You know, so that's when you going out, you going on vacation, you taking time off from working out. You know what I mean? So my thing was I needed to get back in the lab. You know, I don't know what everybody else doing, but I know what I needed to do. You know I need to get back in the lab. I need to refocus, get back focused on my craft. And, you know, first thing getting back focused on my craft was, you know, getting back focused on my body, taking care of myself. Getting back, getting my mental health back together, and, you know, getting back just right, you know, getting back in the right place so I can go out here and compete and have fun. You know, I love doing it. It's fun.
The weight that you lost, have you gotten your strength, or have you feel like you gotten your strength back?
Yeah, you gotta watch. You gotta watch, man. One leg, one arm. I'm standing them up.
Let's go, Nate.
Talked to Andy in March, and he said that you guys had a very honest conversation sort of after the season. Can you share what that conversation was like, what you wanted to get across to Andy?
Yeah, I mean, it was flat out. He was like, I know what type of player you are. You know what type of player you are. You didn't show that this season. Flat out. You know what I'm saying? I understand that. Me and Coach Reed, we very real. You know, Coach Reed from East Los Angeles. I'm from South Central. It's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we gonna keep it real with each other. We West Coast boys. We LA boys. So at the end of the day, I understand. I relate. We relate fine. You know, perfectly fine with each other. We both had to work hard to get it. You know, wasn't nothing easy in life. So at the end of the day, you know, I come in last year. I'm going through what I'm going through. But at the end of the day, I still have a job to do, and I didn't do my job like I should have, in my opinion, to my capability. You know, in some people's opinion, that's average. That's average year. You know, I watch the average players get 5 sacks or whatever in a year, but to my, you know, standard, that's not good enough, and obviously to my coaches, and I appreciate them for that, for holding me to that standard.
Frank, you got Carlos who's going to be coming in next week. What do you kind of know about Carlos, and what can he bring to you guys?
I know Carlos got 96 career sacks. That's a hell of a number. You know what I mean? I'm ecstatic about him coming in, what he's going to be able to bring to this team, his veteran skills, the knowledge. I'm going to pick his brain. I've had a few veterans, you know, come in at this point, you know, kind of in the camp time, you know, and those kind of weird one-year deals, you know, and in the past I had Suggs, you know, here obviously, you know, T. Sizz was my dog, you know, shout out Suggs. I had in Seattle I ended up having you know, I had a few, Dwight Freeney, you know what I mean? I had some good vets come in, and, you know, having another guy like Carlos come in, it's going to be special, you know, just to see what he can do, see him in these colors. You know, he coming from Seattle, so he coming from a great system over there with Pete Carroll, so he understands, you know, what's to come with Andy Reid. And, you know, it's something to look forward to. I can't wait to see how we, you know, on that third down, what's going on.
Frank, we've seen you with George after practice. Just can you describe what that's been like and what you're sort of working with him?
Yeah, George is dope. George is the dope rookie. You know, one of the more, you know, he listens, you know, and I honestly like him. He's a favorite for me early, you know, as one of my favorite rookies ever, you know, because he listens, and he wants to know, he wants to be good, he wants to figure it out. He understands, like, it's a different game. He understands a different twitch in the NFL. It's a whole different, you got to understand things. I was teaching him today. He asked the question about getting off the ball. He noticed I fly off the ball. I fly. He like, bro, what are you looking at? Like, what are you looking at? I explained to him, like, some different keys. I can't speak on them, obviously. But I explained to him some different keys, and he came back to me like, I was just sitting there, like, zoned out, looking at the sky. I just came off the field 5 plays straight. I'm like, you know, I'm chilling, looking at the sky, zoned out, like, end of practice. He come running over to me like, bro, He like, bro, I did it. I'm like, what, dude? Like, he scared me. He like, bro, I did it. I did what you told me to do. I was like, oh, cool, all right, good stuff, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it's just the fact that that he came over so excited, bro. He came over so excited, and it was just like as a going to my 8th year, watching a rookie be so. It was the most excited I seen a rookie. Basically his ability to retain the knowledge that I was telling him, and for him to go do it, and for him to feel it and see the success from it. I was happy, and enjoy his fruit. So at the end of the day, that's how I feel about George.
Okay, last two. Haley. That was kind of what my follow-up was on. Just like, do you remember when you were a rookie, maybe what that person was for you?
Yeah.
Also, is this new? Because this looks good.
I appreciate
Is this new
it.
from the off-season?
A little bit,
Okay.
yeah.
Cool. But
Little this,
who was
little
that
that. I
for
had
you?
to get my stuff together.
Yeah.
It's part of the whole mental thing, But my guy was Michael Bennett, he was kind of, if y'all know Mike B, Mike B got his ways, but I had Michael Bennett, but I had a host of guys. So it was like I said, I was kind of different. I came in at a time in Seattle where they was like LOB. I got like literally 7 or 8 dudes who all I can relate to. I got Marshawn Lynch, I got Richard Sherman, Earl Thomas, Cam Chancellor, Bobby Wagner, KJ Wright, shout out KJ on retirement. I got all these guys I can talk to at any, Brandon Mebane, Cliff Averill. Like, I can keep going, you know what I'm saying? But it's deep, and they was all able to pick my ear, tell me, yo, you doing this wrong, Rook. Hey, no, that's, Mike B always, he'd be like, hey, man, you ain't getting off the ball fast enough. You got to, my Mike talk, But the Cliff come to me, Cliff always quiet, hoodie. Cliff be like, you got to bend that corner, bro, turn that toe, I don't care. You got to break your toe and turn the corner, you know what I mean? Knees got to touch the ground. Like, it was all type, they bothered me, you know what I mean? They like bothered me. I was the youngest guy. It was like, the next age was like 7 years, you know what I'm saying? So it was like they bothered me, but at the end of the day, I thank them. One thing, if I never was able to say it, I thank my older guys for able to, for being that hard on me, because they helped me, it gave me clarity on how to, be a vet. It gave me clarity on how to, work our rooks and stuff and bring them in,
Frank, I'll wrap it up with this. Do you feel like you're just in one of the best places you've been right now, considering the backstory of you, how you came into the NFL, and now do you feel like you're just in a great place right now for yourself?
Yeah, I'm in a wonderful place. Yeah, I'm in a great place. Like I said, you go through things, you're supposed to go through things. I don't know nobody who don't. Thing about me, though, I'm a soldier, you know what I mean? I ain't never waver. I don't waver. Like I said, I'm a stand-up guy. I'm not scared to face the facts, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you go through it, you grow through it, and that's a fact. That's all I got for you.
Thanks, Frank.
Appreciate y'all, man.